right. Welcome to this episode of Tornado Alley. I'm Ricky Swearingen, aka Brave Raider. I got Jason Thompson, aka Cobra. How are you doing today?
You kind of goofed up on that one a little bit, Ricky. It's the Gunner's Edge bringing you tonight's episode of Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
But then again, that's just the nature of things. Yeah, I'm doing good. We had a little bit of a tornado scare over here in the East Coast, so I'm doing okay. Really didn't hit. But then again, never say never. We got plenty of day going on. So never say never.
That's true. So how did you see you bowl pretty better than a few weeks ago, huh?
Yes, the past couple weeks have been pretty rocky. I just could not get my alignment right as far as my spares were concerned. But that recovered last week at League, where I had a pretty high 400 series. I know not great, but I did manage to give myself a little bit of an ego boost, and bowl little practice yesterday, and I shot very well.
What did you shoot?
It was 547.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I actually did really well last night. I had a 187, 219, 216 for 622.
Nice.
So I did it actually better. I used my new spare ball. Yeah. So actually, the spare ball I was perfect with 10 pins with 3 for 3. So
yeah. I think my main issue in League last week was primarily due to I got like a couple of nasty splits.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I had some moments where my ball was just a little too strong and would overcommit, and then other times it would just not. It would be a little bit too light in the pocket.
Yeah.
Or I would do the opposite and try to compensate by for the lane transition, trying to compensate, and instead of staying with the straighter is greater line that I was doing, I was trying to give it a little bit more angle, and try to hook it a little bit more, and that would not get the desired result. That would actually go way light, actually. So that was a very interesting thing to see.
Yeah, it just depends on how the lanes are oiled, I guess. It's yours just typical house shot, right?
Yeah, it's typical house shot. I don't know the exact pattern of house shot, but it's typical house shot. The thing is, my bowling center isn't really isn't full synthetic, if that makes sense. Like it's like a weird type of synthetic. It's the Quebeca synthetic. Not a Brunswick synthetic lane, so it plays a little different.
Yeah, I think ours is full synthetic and has the string pins, but I mean, the second game I had the last 5 in a row to get my 219.
I gotta ask about that. How do string pins play? Like I would imagine it plays slightly different than normal garden variety pins, but how do they play?
Well, they play as they're a little different because so if you hit the pocket, like you hit the pocket on the 3-6 side, it all can just like fall down.
1-3 pocket, yeah.
Yeah, and there's not much messengers, so less messengers and lots sloppy strikes. So, but it just you can't tell. but it's a lot easier to maintain and less breaking down until the pins get tangled. But other than that, I don't see a difference.
Yeah. I mean, my first experience witnessing string pins was fortunately slash unfortunately during the COVID era.
Yep.
Where I had seen people experiment with outdoor lanes, and creating their own bowling center with, with wood, getting planks of wood, cinder blocks, and building an automatic pin setter with a power drill. I swear, power drill, twine, and eye hooks and old pins, and just doing it that way.
It's in the fridge. Christopher tree on top.
But that was my experience with string pins. Was seeing in outdoor lanes, because I had to find ways to get on the lanes.
Yeah.
And during, I was about to say, and during that time, I actually wanted to just grab some old 2-liter bottles and just do it that way. But hey, that was the time.
Yeah, we bought the pins that you buy at the store. We bought like the 10 plastic balls or pins and 2 balls, and we did that. I did it at the house with throwing the ball down the lane type thing, and some for the kids. And I play like on the Xbox or the PS5 bowling to get my bowling in. And then when my bowling alley decided to do one lane per lane, one lane per pair. Like it's every other lane that they kept it open. So
I hate to say it, but you're bringing up that type of bowling on the game console. My brother has had for the Xbox 360 the Kinect, if you remember that piece of tripe. Yep. Because it didn't really work that well, especially for bowling. So I always thought it was interesting. They tried, but it wasn't really that good.
Yeah, I did a lot of Wii bowling too.
Yeah. The Wii could get it right. For some weird reason, the Wii could feel more fun, whereas the Kinect, you had to literally fight it to get it to work.
Like there's Brunswick bowling on the Wii. That was fun. I threw like 10 300s on that. So, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of this new Columbia 300 going out of business?
I think it's a sad day. I mean, it's a sad day when you hear a bowling company like Columbia 300, who has been in the game for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Go out. I can remember Columbia 300 being the bowling ball company for a lot of champions. Marshall Holman, Tom Smallwood broke in with Columbia 300. Mika Koivuniemi, Chris Barnes was with Columbia 300 for a while. Of course, you had Jacob Buttriff doing Columbia 300. Jason Sterner, not Jason Sterner, but Jacob. I think it was Jacob Krause or something. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah. But it's sad. It's sad because Columbia 300. I hate seeing ball companies like that go away. I mean, I've bowled a few Columbia 300 products, not just the White Dot Spare that I had.
Mm-hmm.
I bowled. I actually borrowed one of my friends. They had a Black Knight. That was an old ball right there. It's a urethane. Then there was a. Let's see what else. What else was there? Oh, an Eruption Pro. Eruption Pro and a Swift. I do remember bowling with those. They were fine balls.
My first ball was a Columbia 300 White Dot. That was first ball I threw. I mean,
and I heard a very interesting story from Laneside Reviews
Mm-hmm.
that in the early days of Columbia 300, when they were manufactured the Bull Downy fabric softener before they shipped it out. So basically, like while it was going down the conveyor belt
Yeah.
to prevent it from colliding, to prevent it from colliding with the balls and actually breaking or chipping during the manufacturing process, they would actually coat it in Downy fabric softener to help it kind of slide off.
Yeah, I heard about that too, though.
I mean, obviously that it didn't really help, especially now with modern bowling practices as far as the manufacturing process is concerned. So that's not really necessary.
I wonder if it's because the new stuff coming out that they can't keep up. That's why they're disbanding.
I don't.
So
I also think that Columbia 300 was also getting pushed out of the market. Especially with all these other companies. You got Motive, you got Deviate, you got Radical, Brunswick, Ebonite, Track, Storm, Rotogrip. Like they are not getting the pedigree, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they're getting especially when EBI merged with Brunswick.
Mm-hmm.
That really, I think that was the big signal for Columbia 300 to be gone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is I did not think that it was going to be Columbia 300 that was going to go. I actually thought it was going to be Track.
Yeah.
Because when's the last time you've seen someone bowl a Track? In all honesty, like you rarely see them. They're about as rare as, again, especially in my bowling center, they're as rare as seeing a Radical bowling ball.
Actually, I saw Radical last night. Someone bowled against me with Radical on it. Like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
My one of my teammates, he was bowling with a Radical Guru.
Yeah,
I can't remember what Guru it was, but it was a Guru.
Well, the Track is part of Brunswick, so I wonder if Track is going to expand out, or are they going to go down too? Because they're part of Brunswick. That's Brunswick though, not Columbia. But I wonder if they're going to be. I wonder if they're going to be
Brunswick's
their own.
calling the shots. I don't know. Yeah, I hate to say it. I could see either Radical or Deviate going away, or actually forming into one.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, both of them, Radical and Deviate, are relatively newer brands. Deviate built itself on its reputation of being the edgy bowling ball company, and Radical is more on the sciencey type. Especially with Phil Cartinell and Mo Pinnell creating that from Mo Rich. So it'll be interesting to see, what happens on that end.
Doesn't it Matt Ogle throw Track, isn't he? Or is it Track part of PBA or what?
I think I want to say Track is because, again, they're part of the EBI Brunswick conglomerate. So I wouldn't be surprised. I think they were on the list of approved bowling balls on there. Because, I mean, we looked at that list on the first episode and saw that Columbia 300 was excluded. Maybe that was also the beginning of the end, too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Swag is going to come in and later on be part of the PBA, because I know a lot of people.
That will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Although I will say, when it comes to that particular list per se of approved PBA brands, Why isn't KR Strike Force on the list of approved shoes?
I have no idea. Strike Force,
Yeah,
they make good shoes.
yeah. I have a pair. I wear a pair of KR Strike Force Rages. You know,
And
I like them just.
I do the Rickies though.
Yeah, the Dexters.
Well, but I don't know. You need to see the major brand ones, major shoes companies that that you wear. You never see anybody wear, Strike Force.
I see a lot more at my bowling center, at least.
Yeah.
I see a lot of KR Strike Force. But but you see a lot of 3G, you see a lot of Dexter. I see some Epic, the Bowler Smart brand.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people wear that. Obviously Dexter's the big brand. I've seen people wear the Hammer branded ones. The Storm branded Dexters.
No.
So so it's not like I don't see obscure bowling shoe brands. I mean, when I started, when I was actually starting out, with that's my phone. When I was starting out in my league career per se, I actually got reached out. I was actually approached by a bowling shoe company called Hallmark, HOLLMARK.
I was through Hallmark. I was a staff member with Hallmark, but I decided.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah.
How were their shoes? Because I looked at them and I'm like,
You still have I have a pair. I have a pair of high tops. They're okay. I just didn't like how they. I just wanted to move on to another shoe company, but they're okay. I have a pair of black and gray ones, high tops, but they're under the bed right now in the closet. Yeah. So right. I don't know. I mean, they have nice shoes. They're not as popular than most shoes are.
Yeah. They're more of an obscure, more obscure. I mean, my first, I can definitely tell you my first bowling shoe were from bowlingball.com. Mm-hmm. I had their pyramid line. I had a pair of pyramid Rams. Then I had their raw, when I wanted to wear a right-handed, fixed sole shoe. And then, I just so happened to grab a pair of TPUX by Brunswick's, shoes, and I love them. I still have them. Yeah. But they're starting to fall apart.
Yeah, I had the orange and black one, pyramid shoes. Back in the day, I had the black and white ones, the orange and black ones. But now they have cool ones. Now they have red, white, and blue ones. Now kind of cool. But yeah,
they have a lot of weird and obscure patterns. If I was ever in charge of creating a bowling shoe,
yeah,
I always had the idea of making like a skeleton foot over the top of the shoe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it looked like a skeleton's foot. Yeah. So it would look like a skeleton's foot. It would obviously respond with black light, glow in the dark. But I always thought that would be pretty cool to have a skeleton foot as like the pattern on the shoe. I always thought that would be funny.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I thought when growing up, I always wanted to create my own bowling ball. And what would it be? So.
Well, I mean, if I created one, the one I would create would be, obviously I can't create the Cobra because guess what? AMF created a Cobra. I had that ball. But I was like, wrestling is so popular. I wanted like a Randy Savage bowling ball.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It would just be. I would want that.
They need NWO spare ball.
Oh yeah, I think don't they exist somewhere like the end?
They might long time ago, but
Nowadays they're kind of like extinct. But
the NWO is still popular in Japan.
Yeah. Especially their derivative, the Bullet Club.
Yeah. There's so I saw one for vintage 1999 collector series WCW NWO 4 Live Bowling Ball for $200 on eBay.
Wow. Okay.
Right there.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. $200 for that sucker puppy.
And it's probably not even my weight, but guarantee you, if my best friend is watching, he'd probably like trying to figure out some way to buy it.
And they have a Kevin Nash NWO
Wolfpack.
Red and Black.
The Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, yeah.
Nice.
So same price, $120. You have a Randy. Speaking about Randy Savage. Randy Savage NWO ball.
Great.
$75. Oh, of course it's out of stock. Of course it is.
Of course it's out of stock.
Yeah. Yep. I'm waiting for the Hollywood Hogan one. That's kind of cool.
It probably wouldn't pick up any spares because it look at 10 pin go, that don't work for me, brother.
Yeah, and I also have you played the
also bust the Union.
Have you played the new WWE 2K6 or 26?
No, I haven't yet. Kind of waiting for it to go on sale. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been playing, and you can actually you can do Hogan's music and his outfit and stuff like that. It's kind of cool though.
Yeah. Although I was never a Hogan guy, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Randy Savage was one of my wrestlers always wanted. Yep. Also Sting, but I've already talked to in nauseum about my love of Sting and Randy Savage. So yeah, that's a classic NWO.
That's a Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah. Everyone's already heard my disdain for Hulk Hogan on the Handed Down Beatdown on the Pro Wrestling Podcast. So everyone already knows that.
Yeah, I mean Hogan's been my favorite wrestler of all time. So, Yep.
Well, PBA was on a PBA telecast was on last night.
Was
it? And finally he won.
What was that?
Anthony Simonson.
Right?
Yeah, Anthony Simonson. He was on the past 3 telecasts, and he was in the championship round all 3 times. Finally won. And the week before he lost.
Yeah.
On the final shot split. With a 7-10 split.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh man, I know the feeling.
And again, that's just a dagger to the heart, man.
Yep. And a guy that won that never had a PBA title that he won. It was a major.
Yep.
And then what did he shoot? A 290 his last game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I do have an interesting question. Do you think they're giving out too many majors? You think? Yep. Yes. I think they're giving out way too many majors. Because the major championships should be like the big events, if that makes sense. Yep. Like they should be not only they're big events, big prize money, and of course Hall of Fame prestige, like I think they're giving out way too many major titles. Because again, you can give out titles, but they don't have to all be majors.
Yeah, I think there should be 3 only, right? There's like more than
5.
That, right?
I think there should be like 5 because you got the
US
Masters,
Open.
U.S. Open, the Masters, Tournament of Champions, the World Bowling Championship.
Yeah,
and there should be like I can't remember the 5th one.
There's U.S. Open, Masters. Crap! I just had that 3rd one on there.
Yeah, Masters, U.S. Open, Tournament of Champions. Okay, what did Brandon say?
Brandon said he was going to make it, but he just landed in Chicago. He was stuck in the Dallas storm.
Yeah.
He was going to join us, but he got stuck. So.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my my best friend to come in because Jermaine, he's just been dealing with I think he's just been dealing with his kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dialysis and all that.
Yeah.
But because I think he'd love this podcast. Anywho, anything else you want to add?
No, nope. You can go ahead and plug you can do the sponsor or whatever.
All right, guys. As you know, the Hand Sports Media and the Gutter's Edge, we have affiliate links in the bio of Hand Sports Media. So check that out tonight. Though we want to definitely give a special shout out to our friends over at Duke Cannon Supply Company. Duke Cannon Supply Company has partnered with Thermos that have wonderful fragrances of their men's collection of bars of soap. I'm definitely going to check this out. These Duke Cannon I use all the time. They have Backyard Barbecue, The Great Outdoors, Rise and Grind, which smells like coffee, Nuts and Bolts, and of course Productivity, which I've used that before. That's a more of a menthol eucalyptus type of fragrance. It's nice. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out when I can. The Thermos bundle, I want to check that out. They don't just have, if you don't like the bars, they also have the body wash. Yeah, they have body wash. They have deodorant. They have cologne. They have, shampoo. They have great stuff at Duke Cannon. But check it out by using our affiliate link in the bio, wherever you get your podcasts. Show the channel some love. Thank you, Duke Cannon.
Yay, sounds fun.
All right. Close this out, Ricky.
Well, thanks for joining us. Like I said, once again, this is Ricky Swearingen, Brave Raider, along with Cobra. Tell us where we can find you. Well,
you can find us at Handing Down Sports Media and YouTube, Spotify. We have Patreon. Check us out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Brave Raiders YouTube channel at
Gutter's Edge featuring Brave Raider.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us. Once again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Join our Patreon for as much as $1. It's fine. Help support the channel. See y'all later.
All right.